Europe. A relatively small continent, yet it came to dominate the world. How? Part of the answer lies in its geography. Europe is a patchwork of peninsulas and islands. It has many rivers and mountain ranges. This meant that many different groups of people lived close together. They were often in competition. This constant struggle forced them to innovate to survive. Imagine a group of tribes living in close proximity. One tribe discovers a new way to forge stronger metal. This gives them an advantage in warfare. Other tribes must adapt or they will be conquered. This constant pressure to survive drove innovation in Europe. It led to the development of new technologies, strategies, and ideas. This pressure wasn't just from other Europeans. Threats came from the East, too. The Mongols, for example, posed a significant challenge. These threats forced Europeans to unite and cooperate. They had to find ways to defend themselves. This led to the development of stronger states and more organized armies. The need to survive in a crowded and competitive environment shaped Europe. It laid the groundwork for its eventual rise to global power. One invention in particular transformed Europe: gunpowder. Gunpowder originated in China, but Europeans mastered it. They saw its potential. They used it to create powerful weapons. These weapons changed the face of warfare forever. Before gunpowder, warfare was largely hand-to-hand combat. Swords, spears, and arrows were the main weapons. Armies relied on brute strength and numbers. Gunpowder changed all that. Cannons could blast through castle walls. Muskets gave soldiers the power to kill from a distance. Armies equipped with gunpowder weapons held a decisive advantage. They could conquer new territories. They could defend their own lands more effectively. This military superiority was a key factor in Europe's rise. It allowed European powers to expand their influence across the globe. They built empires, they controlled trade routes, they imposed their will on other parts of the world. The Gunpowder Revolution was a turning point in history. It marked the beginning of a new era of warfare, and it propelled Europe to the forefront of global power. Gunpowder, however, is only part of the story. To wage war, you need more than just weapons, you need resources. Metal for cannons and muskets, wood for building ships, food to feed your armies. Europe is rich in natural resources. It has vast forests, fertile land, and abundant mineral deposits. This abundance gave European powers a crucial advantage. They could fuel their growing economies, they could build powerful armies and navies. Control over these resources became a matter of survival. European powers competed fiercely for access to raw materials. They fought wars, they established colonies, they forged trade alliances. This competition for resources had a profound impact on the world. It drove European exploration and expansion. It led to the exploitation of resources in other parts of the globe. And it shaped the global economic order that we know today. The control of resources, therefore, was not just an economic necessity, it was a strategic imperative. It was a key to Europe's rise to dominance. Another crucial factor in Europe's rise was its people. From the 1800s onwards, Europe experienced unprecedented population growth. This growth was fueled by several factors. Advances in agriculture led to increased food production. Improved sanitation and healthcare reduced death rates. This population boom had a profound impact on European society. Cities grew at a rapid pace. New industries emerged to meet the needs of a growing population. And European powers found themselves with a vast pool of manpower. This manpower was essential for Europe's expansion. Larger populations meant larger armies. They also provided a workforce for the factories and mines that fueled Europe's industrial revolution. European powers also sent their people abroad. Millions of Europeans emigrated to other continents. They sought new opportunities. They established new settlements. They spread European culture and influence far and wide. Population growth was both a cause and a consequence of Europe's success. It provided the human capital that fueled European expansion and innovation. Section 5: The Ants and the Nest: Collective Action in Europe's Success. The rise of Europe wasn't just about individual nations competing, it was also about cooperation. Europeans learned to work together. They formed communities, they shared knowledge, they built institutions that fostered innovation and progress. Think of ants building a nest. Each ant is small and insignificant on its own, but together they can achieve remarkable things. European societies were like that ant colony. People worked together. They specialized in different tasks. Farmers grew food, artisans crafted goods, merchants traded goods, scholars pursued knowledge. This division of labor made European societies incredibly productive. It allowed them to generate wealth. It also fostered innovation. When people specialize, they become experts in their fields. They come up with new ideas and solutions. Collective action was crucial for Europe's success. It allowed European societies to harness the talents of their people. It enabled them to achieve more than they ever could alone. Section 6: Specialization, the key to unlocking European progress. Specialization wasn't just about jobs, it extended to every aspect of European society. Universities emerged as centers of learning. Scientists specialized in different fields of study. Artists developed unique styles and techniques. This specialization led to a flowering of knowledge and creativity. European thinkers made groundbreaking discoveries in mathematics, astronomy, physics and medicine. European artists created masterpieces of painting, sculpture and architecture. This explosion of knowledge and creativity wasn't just for show. It had practical applications. New technologies emerged, manufacturing processes became more efficient. The quality of life improved for many Europeans. Specialization was the engine of European progress. It allowed Europeans to push the boundaries of knowledge and innovation. It gave them a competitive edge in the world. Section 7: Systems for Success, how Europe organized for dominance. To manage this growing complexity, Europe developed sophisticated systems. Political systems evolved, monarchies gave way to parliaments and republics. New legal frameworks emerged to regulate trade and commerce. Economic systems also adapted. Mercantilism, with its emphasis on state control, gradually gave way to capitalism. Capitalism encouraged private enterprise and free markets. It unleashed a wave of innovation and economic growth. These systems weren't always perfect. They were often shaped by conflict and inequality, but they provided a framework for progress. They allowed European societies to organize themselves more effectively. They helped to channel human ingenuity and ambition towards common goals. These social, political, and economic systems were essential for Europe's success. They provided the foundation for its rise to global power. Section 8: A legacy of innovation, Europe's enduring impact. Europe's rise to prominence had a profound impact on the world. European ideas, technologies, and institutions spread across the globe. They shaped the modern world in countless ways. The scientific revolution, which began in Europe, transformed our understanding of the universe. The Industrial Revolution, also sparked in Europe, led to unprecedented economic growth and technological advancement. The democratic ideals that took root in Europe inspired movements for freedom and self-government around the world. Europe's legacy, however, is a mixed bag. Its rise to power was often accompanied by colonialism, exploitation, and violence. European powers left a dark legacy of slavery, oppression, and inequality in many parts of the world. Understanding Europe's rise, therefore, is not just about celebrating its achievements, it's also about acknowledging its mistakes. It's about learning from the past to create a more just and equitable future. Section 9: Conclusion. Lessons from Europe's Ascent. Europe's journey to global prominence is a complex and multifaceted story. It's a story of survival, innovation, and expansion. It's a story of both collaboration and competition. And it's a story that continues to shape the world we live in today. The lessons of Europe's rise are many. They teach us about the importance of geography, technology, and resources. They highlight the power of collective action, specialization, and effective systems. And they remind us that progress is often a double-edged sword, bringing both benefits and costs. By studying Europe's past, we can gain a deeper understanding of our present. We can also learn valuable lessons about the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.